Hi everybody, I'm back. So today I want to talk about, today is the 6/6 portal, June 6th portal, and it's also the new moon, and the new moon is in Gemini. New moons are about planting seeds for what you want to create in your life. Full moons are about releasing the old, releasing the negative stuff that you're ready to let go of. So I want to talk about how you plant the seeds, how you work on setting intentions, but also I want to tell you about this energy that we're in so that it may help you to understand how to work with your intentions and what things you might expect to be going on in, let's say, the next week or so. With this, that's impacted because of this new moon energy and this 6/6 portal. So first of all, let's talk about the 6/6 portal. And let me back up for a minute. So I mean, for me, I felt like we've been going through one big transformational energy after another since like December. But really, it got a lot bigger in April when we had the eclipses. Then we had the solar flares. The last new moon or full moon zapped a lot of us. It really had a big impact. I know I was very emotional. I was going through a lot of releasing of stuff. A lot of people have been very tired through this energy, and it's the releasing of stuff. It's the impact of the energy coming in. The also Jupiter on May 25th, Jupiter spends about 12 months in one sign, and it moved into Gemini on May 25th. So it'll be there for 12 months. So you are 12 years, 12 months. So you can go back 12 years ago and see what was going on in your life 12 years ago, and you can see what's probably coming up again for you now with it moving into Gemini now, Jupiter. And it, like I said, it's going to be in for 12 months. So you're going to be going through the Jupiter stuff for a little while. Okay, Gemini. Gemini is really big right now. Okay, we've got a lot of planets in Gemini. It's in the sun sign is in Gemini. This new moon is in Gemini. Mercury is in Gemini. Jupiter moved into Gemini May 25th. You also have Venus, and the moon had a connection this morning early when the new moon went into Gemini that makes it a really nice feeling new moon and Venus energy. I think that's all of them that are in Gemini. So, and I think that's like six things, 5 or 6 signs, 5, maybe it's 5 in Gemini. And that all has to do with communication and being the messenger, like I said, and truth's coming out. Okay, now you have other things that are affecting the new moon and the 6/6 portal and the new moon being in Gemini along with Venus, other things affecting it that are making it a little bit of a different energy, not quite that nice, calm energy. And Gemini is a mutable air sign. So Gemini is a sign that is changeable, mutable meaning changeable, but it's an air sign, so it can tend to, I know I already today have been feeling a little spacey, a little scattered. It can be a little bit of a scattering. So you've got all of these planets that are in Gemini. It can be a scattering feeling, a distraction, like you're going to do something and you get distracted easily into doing something else because it's that air sign, versus like a mutable earth sign, which is what Virgo is. We're very grounded. So when you have that going on and you find yourself scattered or distracted, do what you need to do to get yourself grounded. I always tell people to go out and stand in the yard. You can do it barefoot or with shoes, but barefoot's really nice. And just pretend like you're a tree. And imagine all of your energy just coming all the way down into the trunk of your tree, down to the bottoms of your feet, allowing that energy to go through the bottoms of your feet into earth like roots, and rooting you into the ground. Very, very long roots, very deep, that'll help ground you in. And just imagining that bringing it down will help to ground you. Be very careful about driving, using machinery, anything that, if you feel scattered like that, be very careful. Anything that really takes your attention, be very careful while you're doing it. Make sure you're grounding. Sometimes eating can actually help ground you, because it has to pull you all the way into your body and get the whole digestion going. Okay, so, and see, I'm a little scattered, so I'm jumping all around. Have you noticed? I notice it. If you don't, I do. The 6-6 portal. This is a very big gateway for balancing, bringing us into alignment with who we are. It's like an opening for us to move more into that direction. Yes, we've been moving into that direction for a very long time. We're releasing the old, we're doing all of those things, but this is a very big portal for allowing for that to happen. I read something, heard something a couple weeks back about that we're in a time where through February, where we're in a preparatory time for what's coming in 2025. And specifically, I heard February of 2025. Someone mentioned to me about that's the election time, but for me, this feels more globally. This feels more like the whole world, not just the US. Like big things may be happening in 2025 that we're starting to prepare ourselves for. So it's important to move as much into the truth of who you are now and through February to get prepared for it, whatever it is coming. I did get some information yesterday that I'm not really ready to put out there yet, but this is more of a global type thing, information, and I want to learn a little bit more about it before I really go into it. But anyway, know that this is a very big opportunity because it's a big portal for opening to bring us more into balance and alignment with who we are. Okay, now, does that mean it's going to be easy? No. There could be struggle with it. The energy of this new moon being in Gemini, being very nice, it's about developing new thinking patterns. Gemini and Virgos are the thinkers. It's because we have Mercury is a thinking planet and the messenger planet. And this time with this moon is opening up a time where we can look at things and look at our thinking, look at our perceptions about things, and it's an opportunity to change our perception. It's an opportunity to change the way we think about things. And a lot of that has to do with the truths that come up and the truths that we allow to come up. Now, because there's a lot of play with other planets, Venus coming in is also very nice energy, but it can be influenced a lot by other things like Pluto and Saturn can really stir things up. And also then Mars will be coming in a few days that'll have an effect, but it can be more of a warlike energy. And there can be a lot of resistance. So for instance, yeah, we may see things more globally where there's a lot more tension, a lot more issues coming up, more warlike energy. But in your own personal life, you may see in relationships a little friction there and resistance to whatever's going on in a relationship because of these energies of Pluto and Saturn that are coming in. Old issues may be surfacing, and it may be it's surfacing, definitely it's surfacing for us to have the opportunity to work through it and change it, to have a different perception of it, to have a different way of thinking than we have thought in the past about it. So be aware that there's energy here allowing for that, and be aware that there might be a tendency for resistance against it. Instead of allowing yourself just to succumb to the resistance, allow yourself to be able to work with it. Observe it. Observe what's going on instead of reacting. Observe it so that you cannot react but respond in a different way than you normally have. So words can be very hurtful here. There could be situations where things are said that can be very hurtful, and it's all because of that resistance, and it can be very harmful. The energy of this with the harmful words, the energy of resistance can be very harming in your relationships, or as well as it could be globally. So be aware of that and watch how you are reacting to situations. Watch how you are interacting with the energy in whatever situation you're in with other people. Whether it's a personal relationship or it's just somebody that you're interacting with. Because remember, it's about letting go of this old stuff, and it's about seeing the truth of it and having different perceptions of it. And we all can do this. Because of our egos, we may not want to do this. We may want to stand fast within our egos, but we are, on a soul level, we're totally capable of changing the way we think, the way we interact, the way we've done things from in the past. You know that saying, you've always done what you've always done. I'm not saying it exactly right. If you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always gotten. So you've got to change the way you've done things in the past in order to get a different outcome. Okay. So this is not a grounded, stable energy. It is a change energy. Remember, all of these planets in the sign of Gemini, which is mutable, which is changing, but it's air sign. And so it's, air, when you think of air, you think of wind. So the wind can blow, and what happens when the wind blows really strong? There's not stability. It blows things around. So it's blowing energy around. That's how I see it. So it's not a stable energy, but it is a changing energy. Okay? I want to talk a little bit where we're headed with this. So that's our energy right now, what I've just talked about, with the 6-6 portal and the new moon and all of these planets in Gemini. On the 8th, Mars comes into play, and it enters into Taurus, and it squares with Pluto. And this is going to heighten the energy. There's going to be anger, stubbornness, a lot more resistance, power struggles, energy power struggles. So I feel like we're already starting into that today with all of these other planetary things affecting this new moon, but it's going to intensify like around the 8th, which is in 2 days. And there's going to be a lot more resistance to what is being presented, whether it's something that's energetically being reflected to you, someone's mirroring something to you, whatever it is that's occurring, and it could be globally as well. There's going to be more resistance coming. Okay, I just heard weather changes. I heard because of the resistance, there could be a lot of weather changes. But know that this energy is occurring to push for change. Whether we resist it or not, there will be change. So it's going to be a lot easier for not resisting if we're working towards trying to figure out what it is we need to see and what it is we need to change, rather than resisting it. So if someone, say you're in a relationship and they say something to you and it feels attacking or feels hurtful, instead of reacting, take it in, look at it, and say, is this true? Is this something I need to look at? Or is this showing me something about myself? Maybe it's about your self-value. Maybe somebody's attacking you because they don't value you very much. And this is a reflection to you. It's being mirrored to you so that you understand, no, I value myself more than that, than to just take on something that someone has said to me. And it's peeling away the layers that you need to see that you have more value than you give yourself. Okay, so it could be either way. It could be that you're hearing stuff from other people and you resist it because it's the truth and you don't want to look at it. You don't want to go there. You don't want to have to deal with that issue. So do you see what I'm saying? It could be either way. On the 9th, the moon moves into Leo then. And that is just going to intensify the play with all of these planets. It's just going to get more intense and have more conflict on the 9th. Come the 11th, when the moon moves into Virgo, there will be a little bit of a break. Virgos do tend to be, the Virgo energy does tend to be a little bit of a peacemaker energy. Whether some people see that or not, I know Virgos get a bad rap sometimes. But even though all of these other planets are still in play, there will be a slight little bit of a reprieve. And I haven't really researched beyond that, but I wanted to at least take you to when we might have a little bit of a break of this energy. So that's what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's 5 days. It's almost a week. Okay, so knowing that this energy is here, knowing that we're working on releasing what it is we need to release to be able to make the changes that we need to make to become more balanced and aligned with who we are as a soul, that's what you want to look at for your intentions. Know that anything is possible. Believe and have faith that anything is possible. We are unlimited beings. We're limitless. It's all of our programming that has made us believe that there are limits, that we can't have what we want, but we can. When you make intentions, you want to make your intentions specific. You don't just say, I want to be rich. You want to say how, in what way, and what does that mean? Does that mean financial freedom? What are the specific details that go along with that? If you want a better relationship, I intend to have a better relationship. What does that mean? The universe doesn't know what you want when you're just saying you want a better relationship. You need to be specific. I want a partner that blah, 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 that is more in alignment with who I am. Okay, so when you make intentions, you want them to be more specific, and you want to include probably what you're ready to let go of. If this energy for change is here, it's a great time. And you can make an intention today and turn around tomorrow because you realize something today. I had an epiphany yesterday about something. And it was something that really I've already known, but it was shown to me in a different way than I've ever seen it. So when you have those things happen, one is write them down. Put the date that you got it, the energy of what was going on, write them down so you can refer back to them if you need to. It's always good to put little notes in a little journal, a little book of what epiphanies you have, what things you have awareness. Because if it's a pattern, a long-standing pattern that you have, you may forget it. You may have the epiphany, and it may be a big one, and a couple days later, because of all the things that have occurred in those couple days, you may forget it. And it's good to remember those epiphanies. Everybody has experienced when the light bulb goes on. And you're like, wow, I never noticed that before. I never saw that before. I never saw it this way before. I never heard it that way before. And it's easy to forget them when they're long-standing patterns that you're trying to change. So it's good to write it down. Secondly, then you can start applying it. You have this epiphany about something, start applying it. You're going to get the opportunities coming up for you when you have an epiphany to apply whatever you learned. And that's kind of a test to see, did you really learn it? Or is there more to dig deep into? Okay? And remember, we're in this resistance period for change. So the more active you are in doing this, the better. So your intentions, you want them to be more specific. I literally start them off by I intend to, or I intend for, whatever it is that I want. You'll get what you ask for. When you work with intention work and you do it, the more you do it, the faster you will see things that happen. So let's say I make an intention today and something tomorrow, I have a new realization, a new epiphany, and it doesn't totally align with the intention I made today. Make a new intention tomorrow. And you can do a new moon ritual. You can write your intentions all down on paper. You can light a candle. You can do some kind of a little ritual. Or if you're tight with time, just start reciting, but give it some thought first. Give it thought to what you really want to intend, because your intentions are powerful. They're energy. Remember, we've talked about energy. Everything is energy. And when you really focus on your intentions and put out there what it is that you want to create, you're seeding in this new moon. Now, if you can't do it on the new moon effects are usually about a week, pretty heavily within a week. You start kind of feeling them the week before too, but about a week. But several days after the new moon, you can still set intentions. You can set intentions anytime, but they're just more, the energy is more susceptible to you doing it right around the new moon time. So the other thing you can do is do visualizations. And man, I can't tell you the results I've had about setting intentions and doing meditative visualizations. Now, I've had a lot of people tell me, I can't do that. I can't visualize. When I say the word lemon, what pops into your head? Don't you see a picture of a lemon? Or if you don't, can't you imagine what a lemon looks like? That's all you have to do with visualization, is just in your mind visualize what it is that's being created with your intentions. So if you intend to have a specific type of relationship in your life, then you visualize it, see that partner in your life, see those kind of exchanges happening between you that you are setting your intention for. It doesn't matter what the subject is, whether it's wealth, health, relationships, love, it doesn't matter. Do intentions and do visualizations, and they're very powerful. And I would say the more you meditate and do those visualizations, the more the energy builds on itself, and you will find that it will shift things. I can tell you that earlier this year I was going through a lot of struggle, and every day I did the same intentions and the same visualizations to help me work through this issue, and it just seemed to resolve itself. And that is basically what I was intending, that it got into a better place, and it just seems to seemed to resolve itself. So you can do this with anything. And I also encourage you to ask for your guides and angels' help. You know, I'm going to do a little bit more information on videos about this kind of stuff, but you've got to ask for help. They won't just come and help you without giving permission. So ask for help what it is. If you don't know what to intend, ask for guidance. Ask for some signs. Ask for something to be shown to you that will help you to develop your intentions and what it is you want to see. Because a lot of people don't really know what they want. They don't really know what they want out of life, where they're headed. And because of that, it can be hard to make an intention if you don't really know what you want. So ask for help. You know, just Archangel Metatron, thank you for please showing me, giving me some signs on what direction my soul would like to take with all of this change occurring, to become more balanced and aligned with my soul, with who I really am. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I hope you find that helpful. I do have some things I'm working on. I have some projects I've been working on, so it's been keeping me very busy, and it's out in the heat and it's draining me a little bit. I've been going to do a video the last couple days and just haven't gotten to it. But I do have some things I've been working on in the evening, some things that I want to bring. It may be a couple part, like a 2-part type thing. But you can expect that will be coming soon. And I hope you find these videos helpful. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so. Share the information with someone if you feel this would benefit them. And comment. Let me know how you like the videos. Give me a thumbs up, a like, so I know, those of you watching, are you liking this video? Is it helpful? Give me a comment on what kind of things you'd like to see a video done on. All right, that's what I have for you, and I'll let you go with that. Have a wonderful rest of your day, sending you lots of love and many blessings.